So in this lesson, I'm going to take you through some basic ideas on how to create and layer guitar parts for a recording session. We're going to go through the song you just heard. It's a simple 4-part guitar arrangement with 2 acoustic guitars and 2 electric guitars. So we're going to go over what I'm thinking for each of those parts and show how they kind of combine to give you one big chorus sound. So let's check out the session. So the first thing we're going to do is take a listen to what this song sounds like with just the rhythm section. So without any guitar tracks, we'll start first listening to what the drums sound like, and then our percussion with tambourine and shaker, and our bass track. Now we'll move on to our guitar tracks. We started with 2 acoustic guitar tracks that you can see here. The first one we're going to look at is just our traditional open chord strumming idea that you'll probably be very familiar with. So let's listen to just the acoustic guitar, the first one. So now the second acoustic guitar part uses the exact same strumming pattern as the first, but we're going to use a capo to change the position we're going to play the voicing in. So in this case, we'll be playing the chord with the capo on the 5th fret. So we'll be playing the exact same chord changes, but just using that capo to play the open chords higher up on the neck. So let's listen to how that second acoustic guitar sounds like just by itself first. So when played together, these 2 guitar parts work together to create the illusion of one single big guitar sound, right? Because they play with the same exact strumming pattern, it sounds to your ear like it's just one guitar playing, but that additional chord voicing that's higher up on the neck gives it a little bit different sound than you would normally be able to get with just one guitar. So let's listen to both of them here at the same time. And we can solo it here so you can see. So as you can hear, that capo guitar gives you a lot of high end that isn't there in that first guitar track. This is an easy technique that you can use over just about any song when you're doubling a lower acoustic guitar part. So all you can do is just find, basically just using bar chords higher up on the neck, find out where you can play them in one position, and then replace that bar with a capo so you can play it with the open chords. And then the higher up on the neck you get, the more it starts sounding almost like mandolin-y or like a high-strung guitar. So that's kind of a cool effect you can get doubling any kind of acoustic guitar with that capo. Now we're going to go on and look at the first electric guitar. So this one right here is just a standard. We're just going to be using open chords, the same ones we used in the first acoustic guitar track. But instead of strumming, we're just going to do 1 strum for each chord, right? So we're just going to be holding out every chord. So let's take a look at what that does. So what you heard there is this track is almost functioning like a pad or an organ, where it's just helping that foundation, and while the kind of cymbals and the acoustic guitar and the percussion help drive the rhythm, this kind of just stays out of the way and kind of glues everything together a little bit. So now we've got the basic foundation of the tune down, and now we can look at adding some lead parts and fills. So for this lesson, I did the fills and lead stuff in 2 parts. So we did 1 part up front that's like a hook or an outro, kind of a lead guitar introduction. And then the second part I did it as fills, like what you would hear in a chorus, leaving space for like a vocal. So we'll start this one looking at the chorus first. So let's take a listen to it with the chorus guitar added here. So with these fills, I'm using a lot of C major pentatonic phrases. This double stop is a super common sound in just about every kind of music. And you'll even see it get recycled in our next two ideas. Right after this, the second idea goes with the same double stop to highlight the chord change from F major to G major. It's the same idea moved up a whole step to hit both chords. As you can see, the notes we're landing on are the third and fifth of each chord. So we got A and C for F, and B and D for G. This idea ends with a phrase that lands on another sixth that's hitting the third and fifth again, but this time for C major. The idea ends with the same first lick and then a small pentatonic bend. So let's hear it all together one more time. Now we will check out the hook lead guitar part. As you can hear, this part is repeated twice, with the second repeat having a slight change to the ending. This is another good example about how you can get away with very simple parts when you're hitting the chord changes. The first half focuses on the transition from C major to A minor. Here we are really just hitting the roots and thirds for each chord. So we're starting on the root note, C, sliding up to our third, hitting the root note again, which then becomes the minor third of A minor, and then hitting the root note of A minor. The second half plays over the chord change from F major back to C major. Again, here we're mostly dealing with the chord tones, the root note for the F chord, and then we're sliding up to the fifth of C, which is our G note, and then back to the root. On the second repeat though, I go to the C note up an octave to give the hook a bit more of an ending feel. Let's hear it all together now. So there you have it. We've got 4 guitar tracks that come together to build up a chorus and a hook for our mock song here. Hopefully you got some ideas that you can take to your own recordings, or even for arranging guitars for like a live band situation. To end this video, I'm going to go over one more time. We're going to play the chorus and that hook all together, and then I'm going to show the notation for all the lead parts so you can play along one more time. Thanks again for watching.